Welcome to Bitches in Season, a podcast for everyone who loves dogs,
all things agility, and some spicy tea. I'm Lizzie.
I'm Rachel.
And I'm Lindsay.
Bitches in Season.
Hey!
Hi!
What's up, friends?
Oh, just hanging in there.
Oh, Lizzie is hanging on by a thread, but we'll get to that.
Literally.
Let's start with, how are you? Here we are, another episode. How's life, Rachel?
Good. We are on the road to recovery with Chassie, which is like the best news ever. We actually just had
So happy for you.
2-week checkup today with our sports med vet, and she's been doing great. I mean, we've literally done nothing for the past 2 weeks, like on leash walks only, on a harness.
Chassie's probably so upset.
She's so upset. But this morning
She is raging.
She's raging. She's like rip roaring, ready to go. But this morning we actually dropped into a rally class.
Oh,
so
and you did rally with her when she was baby.
I did.
And she did bork.
She did a little bit of a bork.
Okay, I was asking, I was like, do you think she's going to bark and rally? And you were like, no, absolutely not.
She's
like,
perfect.
Okay. Sure. Chassie never barks.
That's right. She did a little bit of bork. Yeah,
She
definitely did a little bit of bork.
Yeah.
But you got high compliments on her healing and her behavior.
And they were shocked that I haven't done a rally class since she was a baby dog.
Chassie got complimented?
Always.
Couldn't be her.
Well, I'm glad to hear Chassie's on the road to recovery. Lizzie, why are you being a miserable bitch?
I'm a miserable fucking bitch. So, it's not 100%, but I think we can say that it's like 99.9%. I need surgery. So,
Womp, womp, womp.
Yeah. Do you want to, I'm sure everyone knows by now, but do you want to just give like a quick recap?
I fell
Just
really
a little
hard.
Just a little fall.
One time.
At the northeast cut?
Yeah, I literally inverted my ankle in ways that it should have never bent that way.
So, just to set the stage, Lizzie's running.
Please.
I just ordered a snack. I just ordered an egg sandwich.
Yeah.
Rachel just arrived.
I just literally gave a baby Pembroke puppy back to its owner that I was obsessing over. I'm like, oh shit, Lizzie's about to run.
Someone is like, hey, isn't that your friend running? And I was like, oh, I was ordering my egg sandwich. And I turn around and Obi already eat, but for some reason Lizzie's like hustling hard.
I am trying real fucking. I'm like,
for no reason.
Oh, I wonder why am I trying hard? Because my best friend is in my ear, like, run hard, run aggressive, run hard, run aggressive. Like, you can do hard things.
You can do hard things, but don't kill yourself. So anyway, she's running real hard. She has to like dodge around the dog walk.
Yeah.
She rolls her ankle in a way that makes your skin crawl if you see a photo of it. She goes down. It takes 3 full seconds to fall. I timed it on the video. And she just keeps falling and falling and falling. It takes forever. And then she tried to get up and just fell back down. She's crying. Everyone runs to her.
I literally, like, Charlie, our good friend Charlie was videoing, and I'm standing right next to her. I'm like, oh my fucking God, she's
when
gonna
I looked
fall
over
again.
at Rachel, when Lizzie was falling, Rachel was like covering her face in embarrassment.
Yeah, because it was like this dumb bitch.
Yeah, this dumb bitch fell again, but okay.
So then she's crying.
Yeah, like I saw her. Obi's like
Obi's running around. I had to grab Obi. People are trying to wrangle him.
And then I run into the ring because I'm like, oh shit, she's not getting up. And then I saw her crying, and then I immediately
and
started
the judge
crying.
was there.
Yeah.
And the trial committee was there. And then, long story short, they had to put her on a tunnel bag cart and wheel her out, and people clapped like it was a pro athlete.
It was the most embarrassing thing. It's like a top 3 embarrassing moment of my life. Like, I was in so much pain. Like, I rolled my ankle. If you follow me, I've rolled my ankle multiple times. I just fall
every trial.
No, literally.
Bitches be tripping.
Yeah, no, that's me every trial. And I get back up. And short story is I probably should have stopped a long time ago, but I kept moving. And so I get back up. I keep running, and I tried to do the same thing, and I could not get back up. And then I was in so much pain, and I just felt like I was out there for an hour. Like, it felt like the longest.
It was a pretty long time. So I took Obi out. I walked him. He pottied. I gave him treats.
Yeah.
He bit me trying to get the treats. I walked back in and got my egg sandwich that I had been ordering, and you still were in the middle of the thing. I was like, is she dead? Are we going to call an ambulance? Like, what's happening?
So finally, they put me on the fucking tunnel bag cart. They cart me out because they were afraid that I broke it. Mind you, I'm in a fucking brace that has like...
Yeah, like a stiff, serious brace.
No, this brace is no joke. Like, Velcro on both sides, laced it up, Velcro on the front, Velcro on the sides. Like, I literally didn't think I could bend my ankle in this brace.
The way it bent in the video
was
when you know what the brace can do, it was crazy.
Yeah. We had to cut the brace off your foot.
We
so
did have to
Lizzie
cut it off.
is not well.
I'm not well.
She's looking at a long road to recovery.
Yeah.
And Rachel and I are doing a mix of running her dogs.
It's been working out for me because I haven't been in agility for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So now I get the joy of running near two.
A lot of people want to run the assholes.
Good.
So,
Assholes.
The assholes. It's going to be, I'm going to cry a lot. I've already cried a lot. I'm really depressed already. I'm not going to cry.
So if she sounds like a little bit of a bitch on the podcast today, you know why.
Yeah. I'm miserable. I'm a miserable fucking bitch.
Just a little bit. But like in a way that we love you.
Yeah.
And we're here for you.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. So I can't go to Sino Sport.
It's sad to say that out loud.
Yeah.
We were really looking forward to it.
was like, when are you canceling the Airbnb? And I was like, when I'm ready to.
Yeah.
It's
going to be an emotional journey.
It's going to be,
So that's what's new with us, but we wanted to start.
Wait, hold on. But you had a great weekend. Can we just say that you had an amazing weekend?
Oh my God.
Even though my weekend was cut short, I want to shout out you. You were amazing. Vision was amazing.
You made some boxes.
Yeah,
Wait. This is so fun because Lindsay actually had the same results that I had at my first ever Northeast Cup last year.
Yeah, I got second place overall in speed stakes with, I think, a third and a fifth place. And then I got third place in Master Series. And then I got
fourth overall.
Fourth overall.
Yeah, not even a point, right?
Well, a couple points, yeah.
But I would also like to say there's a lot of competition this year.
Yeah.
And the competition was really high.
The event was like so much more filled than it was last year.
There were so many people.
Yeah.
And you did amazing. And Vision was amazing. And I'm always so proud of you.
Thank you. Yeah, the biggest mistakes were mine. Shocking. But everything was...
Courses were also very hard.
Yeah, they were pretty hard. But yeah, we had a great time. The UKI Northeast Cup is always one of my most favoriteest events. So highly recommend. And it was the biggest it's been since before COVID, which is exciting to see it come back.
Yeah.
So we wanted to start today by talking about what have we learned since starting the podcast? We're several episodes in and we've made some missteps here and there. But I think overall it's been really fun and really positive. Like we've said, it's crazy to walk in somewhere to a trial or an event and people are like, oh, I listened to the podcast.
Can I share a story?
Yeah.
So I'm setting up at the Northeast Cup. And so there were a lottery for creating spots. And I luckily got one and was able to give you a spot too because the spots were so big enough. But the girl who was creating next to me, I introduced myself because I was like, hey, this is Obi, can be a jerk, usually a nice dog, just heads up, I was like, I'm Lizzie, this is Obi, this is Cassian. She's like, wait, are you one of the bitches? And I was like, what? And she's like, do you have the podcast? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh my God, which dogs are these? And I was like, yeah, I'm the Aussie person and blah, blah, blah. And she was so sweet and so kind. And it was just funny because, she's not from in town.
Stranger calling you out and stuff
Yeah.
So
it's funny because people were like, oh, now that you had made world teams, people are going to recognize you and people are going to know you. But I have way more people being like, oh, you're Lindsay from the podcast? Is that Vision from the podcast? I'm like, that's bitches in season. So that's kind of surreal and fun. But we also have had some people come at us a little bit for saying things that have been wrong.
Yeah,
So-
which is
we
fair.
would just like to state that we are dumb bitches.
Yeah,
that know
we
nothing.
don't know anything.
That's the overall disclaimer is we're just three
Dumb
super dumb bitches who don't claim to know anything, and all opinions are our own.
Yeah, truly.
And don't sue us for defamation.
Please. So like, for example, I would like to preface, I said I love him. I would die for this dog. I will steal this dog. If my husband let me have another dog, if I could walk in like the next couple of months, I'd probably get another like sibling of this dog. But Cinco is a border Jack, not any other breed. And we'd just like to make that clear.
Yes.
But
And we learned that a lot of people wanted to call us out for saying that wrong.
They did.
So,
Yeah.
I think the lesson there is fact check. We also said something incorrect about how USDA handles bitches in season. Someone also told me that they couldn't believe I didn't know that lurchers were bred for hunting, and who knew?
Who knew?
But
who knew?
anyway, so I think the big lesson there is like fact check before we say something, or just preface it by saying like,
We don't really know, but this is what we think.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, this podcast is opinion based. Like we're not claiming that we know everything, even though we act like we know everything.
Yeah, we are know-it-alls, so
Yeah.
that's the hard part.
But we do know in real life that we don't know everything.
Yeah.
So if we do say something wrong, you can call us out and let us know. We don't care.
I think we think that all publicity is good publicity. So
That's true.
So if
I
you're
agree.
talking about us, and even if it's a bad taste, like
Well, you're still talking about us. So
Yeah. thanks, haters.
yeah.
So anyway, that was one lesson learned. And then the other big thing I think that always comes up is people are like, I wish you talked about juicier things. Or I wish you could say real names and real stories. And while we can't do that, we wanted to.
We cannot. We would be I would be canceled.
I mean,
I've already tried to be. People have already tried to cancel me, but like
It's not like having a celebrity gossip podcast where we can be like, oh my God, did you see Taylor Swift did this? Or
she did that.
Well,
yeah.
Or did you see that like Tom Sandoval? Because those people are celebrities and they expect to be talked about, and they probably will never listen to it. But we are living in this culture of like real people who
And
actually
while
live
this culture is big in a sense, it's also very small. Everybody talks. You say one thing, like the craziest thing was I hurt my ankle, and then I had people who I know were not even at the cup reach out to me and be like, I heard what you did. Are you okay? And I'm like, wow, word fucking travels fast.
But like that's a nice way.
No. I understand that. I'm just trying to explain like word travels fast in this community. So
anyway, we wanted to have an episode called Listener Tales.
Yeah.
TAILS, because, dogs. Even though you're Aussies and corgis don't have tails.
Yeah. Tailless
Tailless
breeds.
But we wanted to give people an opportunity to submit completely anonymous stories that were their juiciest, most scandalous, most drama-full stories that we could share here in a totally anonymous format. So I just want to start by saying, disclaimer, none of these stories are our own.
yeah,
None of these stories are things that we witnessed with our own eyeballs. So, everything is just secondhand, and we're going to try to be as juicy while still being as diplomatic as
possible.
Yeah.
As possible. Yeah.
So where should we start? There's so many good ones. I think we want to start with one that someone was like, I can't wait to tell you this story. And she actually told me in real life. So that's the only thing I'm going to tell you is that someone told me this story in real life. And what it boils down to is that it was back when UKI was on the rise. And this is the only time I'm going to say some venue names because it's important to the story. So this person went to an AKC trial, got in their car, closed the door, and right outside the door heard someone screaming bloody murder at their dog.
Yeah.
And to the point where it sounded as if the person was like harming their dog.
Yeah.
Right.
Concerning.
So this person who was telling me the story opened their door, yelled at the person, and was like, what are you doing?
Like,
And
be nice to your dog.
be nice to your dog. Sadly, a lot of the listener tales we got were about people being
I would
unkind
say
to their dog.
a good over 50% of them were stories of people being actually harmful and abusive to their dogs, which
Which I
is
hate.
really fucking upsetting.
I really hate that.
Really upsetting.
But anyway, so she yells at the person, goes back to her phone, goes on Facebook, and the person was like, maybe I shouldn't have done that, which we know the Facebook drama is dramaing.
it's real.
But posted, this is why I can't stand things like this happen at AKC.
Yeah.
And apparently then later in the day, the person was walking the course for their walkthrough for their dog. And 2 people from the trial must have seen the Facebook post, started closely following her
during her walkthrough.
Yeah, kind of like an obstructive way and saying, if you don't like AKC, you should leave. If you don't like AKC, you should leave. And while they were setting up their crate, people kept coming over and being like, if you don't like AKC so much, you should leave. You should leave. You should leave. And I'm just like floored.
I know we don't really like to call out different venues, but this is the reason why sometimes we call out a certain venue more than another venue, because I feel like we see more drama happen at a certain venue than others.
Yeah.
And this story kind
our
of proves
lived
it.
experience.
Yeah,
It's like
our lived experience.
my experience in places where I've been yelled at trials, it's only ever been AKC.
Yeah, same. Also
Yeah.
same.
And I guess
And
we
people
were
only
get
ever
really,
had a bad
really upset. And
experience.
I brought this up to you guys, and I wonder if this holds true, but AKC is the only venue where you need 2 double queues to queue for Masters.
Yeah.
In any other venue, you can queue in Masters and still earn points towards your championship title. Cassie already has a lot of points for his USDAA championship title because I run him in Masters, and he doesn't need double queues, but in AKC you need double queues. And I wonder personally if that is this pressure
yeah.
that people are so hard on themselves, and they
Or hard on the dogs.
Yeah, or
Or
hard on the
other
dog
people.
or other people, and they want their mock, they want their pox, and they that's all that they're working towards, and they just, I don't know.
I feel like it really puts people on edge in the sense that they're going to be quick to blame anything but themselves if they make that one little misstep, that one joft run, just one fucking thing run where the dog knocks a bar,
We
goes
both had
off
a job
course.
run.
And
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen so many people blame it on oh, well, the gate steward rushed me in the ring, or I had a conflict,
There was a
or
distraction.
there was a
outside in the
dog
ring.
too close to the gate when I was trying to enter.
There was a dog
too-
tugging right next to the ring gate, and my dog couldn't handle that.
So I think that we, don't want to bash any venue. I have tremendous respect for AKC and many of the things that the organization has done for me personally, being on the world team. And I think that the organization itself does a lot of good for dog sports.
I agree.
And, obviously it's a venue where a lot of people find joy and have fun, and they do it every weekend. And I don't want to say anything negative. That's a huge generalization. But this story and our lived experience of being yelled at, I forget if I told this story, but one time I went to an AKC trial and I had 2 French bulldogs. They were in the 8-inch class, and the 8-inch class, as you know, Rachel, is very small.
Yeah.
So I had 2 dogs, and it was a place where the crating was really far away. And I went up and I was like, hey, can I put up a temporary crate because I'm going to be the first and the last 8-inch dog? In the time between when I started putting my crate up, I couldn't even get the crate up because so many people stopped me and were like, you can't crate here. Did you know you can't crate here? You can't crate here. You can't. I had to go up to the trial committee and be like, can you give me a sign signed by you that says I'm allowed to crate here? Because people are harassing me to the point of I can't even put the crate together.
For fuck's sake.
And that's that has nothing to do with the
AKC,
American Kennel Club. That has to do with this culture.
The exhibitors.
This culture of just not being very open and welcoming. And again, that's a big generalization, and it's not everyone. And I've had people be absolutely lovely to me in AKC.
Same.
But it's why does that happen there?
Strangers record my runs because they were like, oh my God, I love you and your dog, and I didn't see anyone videoing, so I recorded your run. Here, can I airdrop it to you?
Yeah. And it's not like it doesn't happen other places. Lizzie, you had a kerfuffle where someone was mad about where you created at a USDA trial.
God. Made so many fucking stares at me and
remarks. Whatever. It happens. It happens everywhere.
All the venues, right?
Yeah.
But it's fascinating that critiquing the AKC on Facebook gave some people the feeling like they could the audacity exactly
to
not just verbally harass her, but it sounds like physical intimidation. This person said she had to turn around.
Followed me during my walkthrough.
She said she had to turn around and be like, can you stop following me and let me do my
Like,
walk?
path
Like,
to her, seriously.
that is so intense. Like, I get being protective over something that you love, but that is just a whole other level, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
so-
crazy. But I felt like that story was also so relatable on so many different, in so many different ways. So,
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Our next listener tale also took place at a trial. And this listener tale was about a judge who looked at a competitor whose dog maybe had like a start line stay problem. And this competitor's solution to helping their dog stay was to do what the judge considered scruffing it. So that's, of course, up to the judge's discretion.
Right.
And I guess the judge said to the competitor, like, don't do that in my ring. You know, the main thing judges say before they, let you run or let you walk the course is be nice to your dog. In the morning briefings, they're always saying, be nice to your dog. And it's always a judge's discretion if they want to say to you, like, hey, this is subjective, but what I saw you do was not nice. So don't do it. So I guess the next time the competitor came in the ring, they looked directly into the judge's eyeballs.
It was just so
while they scruffed their dog again in a way that felt very defiant.
Yeah.
So I guess
I know what you said to me, and I'm still gonna do this.
Right.
It's
like,
basically,
fuck
hey,
you.
go fuck yourself.
So then the judge said something to the effect of like, that's it. You're getting written up. By the way, these are just stories we heard. So if I get the details wrong and you were there, don't crucify me. So the judge said something like, you're getting written up. And then the competitor calls the judge a peckerhead.
When you told me this story, I was like, what does that even mean?
That's such an old school, like, insult. I died.
Yeah.
So then the whole trial had to be shut down for like several hours while
because he called a bench meeting, like a benched committee to come at that moment in time.
I guess
he
you
wasn't
have to have a committee.
We can wait until after the trial is over. He was like, nope, now.
Yeah, like he made the trial wait.
Yeah.
So that's really fascinating that people get their panties in a bunch to that degree. Like, imagine being that pressed to like harm your dog.
Yeah, you're like, nope,
I'm gonna grab my dog by the neck and I'm gonna risk getting banished from this sport forever just to do it.
And then I'm going to stop the trial.
That's how important it is.
One time
for
cursing in the ring.
Yeah,
it was like
you called me crying.
I had sobbed. I packed up all my shit. I was like, I'm never going back. Like, I can't ever go back and show my face in the sport again because like I cursed in the ring.
What did you say? Fuck?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Under my breath,
Shocking.
though.
Shocking.
I know.
Rachel.
I know, but like, I could never imagine if the judge was like, that was rude to your dog. I wouldn't be like,
I wouldn't be like, fuck you. Let me be ruder.
I'm just gonna go cry my eyes out in the car and sob my whole way home.
Oh,
Bye.
I just like, and then to call someone such a corny name is just pure comedy. So anyway, be nice to your dog.
Yeah,
just be nice to your dog.
Be nice to your dog.
Yeah.
We're making them do this crazy sport, by the way, guys.
Truly.
So I feel like I don't want to belabor all these, but there were so many stories about people being not nice to their dog.
Yeah.
Like, there was the one about like a big trainer who has a big online following, and in their lessons, they're like bubbly, encouraging, and professional. But then behind the scenes, when it's just her and her own dogs, the mask drops. This was so dramatic.
So dramatic.
She screams at them, yanks them around, shows obvious frustration. Students were shocked the first time they witnessed it, realizing that the happy, positive trainer was just for show. And this is, like I said earlier, we receive so many of these, and I don't really think that we need to go through all of these, but why are we being mean to our dogs? Like,
we're jumping over plastic, people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do this. We pay money to do this.
It is hard for me, though, to say, like, oh, this is, like, for sure this person is mean to their dogs.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, yanking them around definitely bothers me. But there's times where I will raise my voice and, give a correction. Usually not so hard in agility, but sometimes when there's something where I really need vision to know, like, this was incorrect, I'll be like, lie down. And, like, I'm not going to grab him, but I'll just make him lie down. I never like put my hands on him. But
No.
I think that there's times where I'd worry like, oh boy, if someone like heard me say that, would they think I was being...
There's definitely times I've come out of the rain and I'm like, Obi, what were you doing?
Yeah.
What did you
But you know what I don't
But,
like? I don't like when people come out of the ring.
Cheese.
There's
And I'm
difference
like,
between
you're a
like...
good boy, but like, what did you do there?
There's a difference between what were you doing, and I've definitely heard people who are very popular come out of the ring and be like, you little shithead or you piece of shit. And there's just like, there's definitely this line of like, do you be like, is it okay to be like verbally not that nice to your dog, but in a way that's like, they're not going to know that I'm calling them a shithead, but like, I don't know. I
don't know.
People look at how you handle yourself, and I really don't like that.
I think I'm so aware of how people view me outside and inside the ring too. Like I am hyper aware of how I treat my dog.
Yeah.
And I never want to be talked about in the manner that like I was rude to her.
That bitch was mean to her dog.
Yeah. I might be upset because something went wrong and I had a draft run and a double Q was on the line, but I never want to walk out of that ring and be like, that was your fucking
dumb
fault.
little bitch.
Yeah, I would never say
No,
something
I would
like that.
never. I would be like, oh man, that sucks so much. You know what? We're gonna leave.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a cheese stick. We're gonna go home and go do a hike.
Well, that was something, but
Yeah,
I mean,
you
that's
had fun.
That's
You had
honestly
fun.
like the thing that people notice the most about you is the sportsmanship, how you treat other people, and how you treat your dogs.
And I think
honestly,
that's one thing that both of you, both of you were chose as like alternates on a world team last year. And I think like the one thing that I notice about both of you, I hope people say this about myself as well, but like you're both like such good sportsmanship, like competitors, and like you have such good, I don't know, attitudes, even when things go to fucking shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
try.
It's just a game. And like, I've definitely been super bummed and to the point of like, oh my God, I'm never doing agility again.
Well,
but like,
yes.
I don't think I've ever been like unkind to people or unkind to Vision ever.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen you be unkind to Vision.
Yeah, if something happens and like, I mean, the last AKC trial that I did, I didn't even know that she had dropped a bar. I came out all happy and like super excited, and then the last jump was the bar that she knocked, so I saw it obviously, and I was like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't even know it. I ran that course so happy and like on a high.
Yeah.
And they're like, you know, and the person came out and she was like, oh man, that sucks. And I'm like,
It's fine.
It does. But like, that's okay. Like, that's okay. I watched my video. I did something a little shitty and it was my fault.
Yeah.
Because it always is.
I think you should always be celebrating as if the run was clean, no matter what happened.
Yeah.
Because your dog doesn't know that they knocked a bar or really like that they went off course. Like it's 99% of the problems are your problem anyway. So I think that goes a long way in terms of how you carry yourself. And it's interesting to me that so many people who do stand in the spotlight or are well known in their areas or at national events or anything like that, like curse at their dogs or yank them around or yell at them. And I really
notice it.
Hate when I see that, but people do notice it. And that's going to impact like the person who gives you your next dog. Like breeders are going to ask and want to know those types of things.
Yeah,
so
it's true.
You know, it's one thing to like lose your cool and be frustrated, but you have to be fair to your animal. They're just animals and they're just doing their very best out there. So in line with being unkind to your dogs, I think we should say like another story well, I said none of the stories were our own, but now we're going to tell a story that's ours. So this was started with you two who were at a trial.
Yeah. And so we were just watching, and it was when Rachel first started trialing with Chessie, and we were at a competition together, and somebody came out of the ring and like literally was grabbing and shaking their dog and then like yelled at it. And I was like, oh my God, I think I need to report that. And
it wasn't even like grabbing and yanking it. It was like they like slammed it on the ground.
Yeah,
and
it was
that's
really
what like really
aggressive.
caught my attention. And I was like, did no one else see that?
Yeah,
Lizzie and I looked at each other and we're like, why is no one speaking about this?
Yeah. And then the person we were with was like, I was like, I think I need to go tell somebody about this person. And
so we went to a fellow competitor that's been trialing for a while, and we're like, oh my God, like, who do we talk to about this? And they were like, oh, you can't.
Oh, no, you can't.
She's a judge.
She's a judge.
Well, come to find out, when we were telling this story to each other, we found out I also saw this very same judge at a practice ring with her dog, and the dog was on leash in the practice ring, even though it was fenced off. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. And she was making the dog do back sides of the practice jump with the leash on.
God.
So
God.
just based on like the leash being in the way and the position from where she was sending the dog to the backside, the dog kept bumping the wing, or the leash was bumping the wing, and the bar kept coming down. And
Obviously. Don't say.
every time she was grabbing this dog by the neck and slamming it to the ground.
Yeah. Wow.
And I watched it like in horror over and over. And honestly, I do kick myself. This was this year. I kick myself for not doing something or reporting it. But in my head, I was like, she's a judge. She's going to hold a grudge against me forever.
The fellow
We were
competitor that we
literally
talked
told,
to,
they were like,
they
don't
were
do
like,
it. They'll
no,
ruin
don't
you.
do it. They'll ruin you. If they ever find out who reported them,
They'll ruin you.
And I just started
hate
trying.
that.
I was not going to jeopardize my...
Like, I feel so upset that I didn't say something. And mostly I feel so upset for her dog.
Yeah.
And the fact that she was punishing it for something that was her own dumb fucking fault.
Yeah.
Like, you're holding the dog by a leash and telling it to jump. And then the leash is knocking the wing, which is knocking the bar down. Are you stupid?
Yeah.
So that's the kind of stuff that makes me crazy. And we definitely got a lot of stories about things where people were being like unkind to their dogs. But I think this opens up another interesting question, which is like when your dog is sick or unwell. So someone submitted a story basically about like a big competition recently where one handler ran their dog even though they said it had been up all night with diarrhea. And I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I have dogs where like if Obi at the Northeast Cup had diarrhea, but I think it was just like too many treats and too many cheese sticks. And like, he does get a little stressy when he's at big trials. Like Cassie never has, but like Obi at trials always sometimes has diarrhea.
Yeah. And it was like 4 days. It was super hot, lots of treats.
Oh my God, so hot.
And I'm going to tell you point blank that at the Northeast Cup, Vision had diarrhea right outside the ring.
Yeah.
Like right before we were going to go in. But, you know, I went back, I cleaned it up, I did some practice jumps, and he was acting like his normal self. So to me, like, diarrhea is a gray area. Up all night with diarrhea? I don't know. It's like, is your dog acting like themselves? Are they lethargic? Are they eating and drinking normally?
Are they really, really sick?
So, yeah, I think, you know, at a big event like that, it's hot, that you're giving them maybe more treats than you normally would, those types of things. You know, sometimes there's the travel stress and things of that nature.
Chelsea's had travel stress before. When we went to the U.S. Open, she had a little bit of like a poopy butt. And, you know, thank God there were horse stalls there.
Yeah.
But it was the travel stress. I didn't bring her normal food with me, so I bought new food. And I think, you know, the whole thing, but she was running fine. Yeah. Obviously, she ran great.
I think that's a big difference between like running your dog that's obviously lame or running a dog that has some diagnosed disease, illness or something like that.
I think I'd be more concerned if the dog was actually throwing up versus diarrhea.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. Because I feel like sometimes dogs can have more sensitive stomachs and that could just be like,
okay,
normal.
Let's be honest. Like, I fucking can get so nervous at trials and I'm like, hold please, I'm going to go run to the bathroom because... Like,
do you get a little upset stomach?
Oh, are you stressy chessy?
I am stressy chessy sometimes.
No,
I know you are too.
Yeah.
Come on, shut up.
I definitely,
you're like full vision right now.
I definitely get some digestive issues when I'm very nervous.
Oh my God, we're all stressy chessy.
Yes, there's been many times where you like you hand me Vision and you're like, hold on.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
well, this has been my whole life. Like when I was growing up and I had cross country, I'd be like, where's the porta potty? When I used to do plays and musicals when I was growing up and I was always in the bathroom. So there you go. Now you know something really fun and personal about me. So Vision just adopted that. No, he really doesn't have diarrhea that much. I think it just, you know, it's the combination of what was going on at that event. So anyways, I think there's some degree of gray area when it comes to diarrhea or vomiting, but like
I think I would be like, my dog was up all night with diarrhea. I don't know, but maybe someone just heard it and like just
overheard it
in the wrong sentence.
But I think there's a big difference between running like sick and injured dogs versus like a little bit of upset tummy.
All right, I think it's time for the one that's not at all in our area. That's just had us all shook.
Yeah, we might have
Truly.
saved the most dramatic for
The
this.
last?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we will just say that at the risk of being a target of what seems like a really unstable place,
Really
we will try
unstable.
to be as broad
Discreet.
and non-specific as possible. But apparently there's a place in Texas.
That's what
Texas.
we'll say.
Texas is a large state.
Yeah,
It's like, you could
know.
drive for like 15
Hours.
hours and still be in Texas.
sure.
So there's a organization in
Uh-huh.
Texas that has dog events.
Yeah.
And we got multiple submissions about
Multiple submissions.
that maybe it's the actual Wild West.
Yeah, I think it might be. I
So-
was literally dumbfounded. I was shocked reading
We
these
were
responses.
all
We're
like-
pretty shocked.
I was like, what?
Oh my God.
So
What
to start,
world do we live in?
we talked about like, have you all been watching the new Netflix show, The Hunting Wives?
Yeah.
yes.
Like this is
Absolutely.
what it seems like, but in the dog sport world. Like people being completely fucking unhinged,
Netflix. Hello.
brandishing weapons. So apparently
no, like actual guns.
actual
people.
guns.
Guns.
But like
people.
it's Texas. Is it that
Isn't it?
surprising?
I
Like,
don't
that shocks
know.
me. If I showed up to a trial and someone was like carrying a gun,
Yeah, but we
I'd
live
be
in a
like, no, no, no.
we live in a very like liberal northeast United States
That
area.
blows my mind though.
You saw the hunting wives. They carry their little
No.
guns everywhere. So anyway, okay, the
Okay,
story
okay.
is that there's a place in Texas that has dog training events, and it's known for nonstop drama, including, but not limited to, fights breaking out
That's
with multiple
fucking
people.
wild.
Multiple people who are like involved in the running and ownership of the
The
organization
facility?
are fighting, screaming, and even stories of guns being pulled at the venue. And then it says on
Competitors.
That's competitor.
this, I've always heard like whisperings about this place, but I never really understood what people were referring to. And then it says
Well-
on top of that, the environment has toxic trainers fighting with competitors, unsafe setups. I don't know what that means, and general chaos.
I would assume
also they
unsafe
were saying-
setups is
They
like
were
the
saying
courses.
that the facility also was like wearing down, like there's mold growth, and like
That
just
seems like the least of the problems, but
no, for sure, but like
Well, yeah,
not
what's a little
great
mold
upkeep.
when you have a gun pointed? like truly.
give me the mold.
I'll take the mold
I'll take
over
the
the
mold
gun.
over the gun, I guess.
I don't know. Mold is pretty bad.
Yeah, it can
Like
fuck
for
up your
animals to be
breathing.
I don't know. I don't know what's worse.
You would take mold over a gun at you?
I just don't. I hope I never have to go to this place.
I hope I never have to choose.
Oh my God. So that was probably for sure the wildest. Like we thought, there's going to be people complaining about like little stuff in these
Little
listener
stuff.
tales.
Yeah.
But this sounds, but I was scared to tell this story because they have guns.
They have guns,
They're gonna come all the way to PA, like
but they're guns.
across
their
the
gun.
country.
I'm scared.
Me too. I still just can't get over that. Like a gun was drawn on someone.
I don't, let's not elaborate. Okay.
Okay,
It's
we
like-
don't really
We
know.
weren't there. We just heard that like maybe a gun made an appearance, which
I
is
know,
still
okay,
bad
but
enough.
still bad.
I don't want to make it seem like there was a shootout like the Wild West in a saloon or something, but
That's what I thought of when I read the story.
the fact that there've been like actual fist fights is still
Yeah.
crazy enough.
Could you imagine
I
if that
can't
that like
imagine.
one of the Jersey trials?
Oh,
Jersey Shore.
Yeah, maybe, but it's not even like that.
No,
We're
it's
also
not.
tame.
Are we also tame?
Yeah, for the most part.
I mean, comparatively.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I don't know. There's name calling for perhaps, but
Name calling's like the worst of it, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Rachel saying
whispers.
fuck.
Yeah.
Rachel saying fuck in the rain. Okay. So this was super fun. I think there was definitely some themes that emerged. There were like
Yeah. A lot
handlers
of themes.
not being nice. There were like some judges not being nice, people not being nice to their dogs, and
A
then
lot of
just
people
people
not being nice to their dogs.
who sound just generally really unhinged.
Yeah, like very
Mhm.
unhinged. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
it was fun though, getting these
Yeah.
responses. It was fun hearing from you guys, like getting like stories that are not within our realm of agility, like our little like northeast side of
Mhm.
things. So
I genuinely wonder if other niche subcultures like dog sports have this degree of drama, or is it like
Yeah.
dog specific, or is it like the type of people who gravitate towards dog sports are just inherently a little cuckoo?
I mean, we're all a little weird, right?
That's
Like, we
true.
all
We're all
admit
a
that to
little
each other
crazy.
all
Yeah.
the time. Like,
Yeah.
the things that we do on a normal daily basis are all a little weird.
It's true.
It is true.
We are weird, but
yeah,
in a
we
good
are
way.
fucking weird. But
This was really fun.
It was so
and
fun.
We didn't get to all the stories. Some of them had
No.
some overlap with others, but we're going to definitely do an episode like this again in the future.
Yeah,
So
we really enjoyed it. We really enjoyed listening to you guys and like getting your responses and kind of involving you in the podcast a little bit more.
Yeah. We might dig back into the responses we got this time, but we could definitely ask for more stories next time. So don't be shy. Share them with us. We're doing our best to keep them completely anonymous, not reveal anything about the identity of the people in it, and still have a good time yapping and gossiping about the madness that goes on in agility.
seriously, yeah, we love talking about all the drama that there is, especially when it doesn't have to do with us.
All right. Well, we'll see you next episode. Well, that's a wrap on today's episode. Rachel, where can our listeners keep up with us on the internet?
You can find us on Instagram and TikTok at Bitches in Season, and you can find us on Facebook, Bitches in Season with a 1 in it.
Oh, stupid Facebook makes us have a 1 in the word bitches.
And you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube Podcasts, and Spotify.
Well, that's all for today. Bye.
Bye.